Now I saw in my dream that interpreter took Christian by the hand and led him into another room, where there was a fire burning against the wall. And standing in front of it was a man throwing lots of water on it, trying to quench it. But the fire just burned higher and higher. Christian said, "What does this mean?" Interpreter answered, "This fire is the work of grace that is done in the heart. He who casts water upon it to try and extinguish it and put it out is the devil. But as you see, the fire continues to burn higher and hotter, and you shall see a reason for it." He took him around to the back side of the wall, where he saw a man with a vessel of oil in his hand. And this man did continually put the oil secretly into the fire. Christian said, "What does this mean?" Interpreter answered, "This is Christ, who continually, with the oil of his grace, maintains the work begun in the heart. No matter what the devil does, the souls of his people prove gracious still. And as you saw that man standing behind the wall maintaining it, is to teach you that it's hard for the tempted to see how this work of grace is maintained in the soul." Here we are, back on our pilgrim walk. In today's reading from Pilgrim's Progress, I think it's one of my favourite parts, and one that comes back to me a lot, and has come back to me over the years, and I've thought about it a lot. Here's the story of a man, and all the world seems against him. He's burning, he loves the Lord, he's burning for the Lord, and the world seems to be utterly against him. They seem to be pouring water on his faith, on his hopes, on his dreams. All sorts of difficulties have arisen in his life or in her life. And it seems as if the fire of faith is going to be put out. But it doesn't go out. It's an absolute mystery. You read the biographies of Christians and you read of some of the things they went through, and you'd think, well, I would turn my back on God at that point. I would give up. Is there God? Is he in control? And it seems that the enemy is trying to quench their faith, but their faith doesn't go out. Their faith continues. It's quite amazing. Now, why does their faith continue? Well, because behind is Jesus Christ. He is secretly, sometimes imperceptibly, keeping their faith alive, feeding it. In fact, if it does anything, it doesn't go out. It gets brighter and stronger and hotter. Because behind every Christian is a living God and a loving Saviour. And in all the difficulties of life that we face, no matter what they are, God has promised to provide us with all we need to give him glory and honour. He promises that he will never leave us and he will never forsake us. He promises that when we put our faith in him, that faith will never die, because he's at work. Such a lovely story. It's such a lovely way of expressing the faithfulness and sufficiency of God. If you're a Christian, you'll know what this is. If you're not, you can know what this is. If you don't understand how Christians can keep going and why they keep the faith, here's the secret. Behind them, a living Saviour is supplying life and faith and hope and strength. Well, from me, my little friend, on our little pilgrim walk. Yeah, it's a beautiful sunny autumn day. May God bless you.